When fans were eagerly waiting for Pokémon Legends Z2A to release, the Pokémon Company revealed multiple new Mega Evolutions, but what really hyped fans up was the My Friend Malamar campaign they did to promote the game and tease Malamar's Mega Evolution. Fans were acting like Malamar actually hypnotized them into having an almost fanatic obsession with it. It wasn't just fans that were getting in on the action. Pokémon fan sites like Bulbapedia, Cerebi.net, and Pokémon Showdown even changed their theme to be Malamar themed. However, some people took the campaign way too seriously. A hacker group themed after the campaign who called themselves Malamar's Friends were behind a series of hacking incidents affecting Bulbapedia, Cerebi.net, and Pokémon Showdown. Before the incidents started, they posted on Facebook about making new friends. The post was accompanied by this heavily edited image of Malamar on a background I couldn't make out, accompanied by two human silhouettes with crudely drawn smiling faces. Malamar's tentacle was modified to hold the hand of the silhouette on the left, its head tentacles were distorted, and there was text saying, "Be Malamar's friend," typed entirely in lowercase letters. I didn't go on these sites during the hacking incidents because I didn't want to risk anything. I just know about the hacking incidents because of a small YouTube channel named Porygon Z Arc. Their profile picture was a picture of Porygon Z from the manga. They started their channel fairly recently and uploaded 3 videos of the hacking incidents. Since the videos were up for quite a while, I actually remember them quite well, so I will be able to give accurate descriptions of each incident. Video 1, Bulbapedia. Porygon Z Arc's first video was on Bulbapedia. Porygon Z Arc came across 2 websites called Calamanero.jp and Malamar.com, and the 2 sites definitely fitted the Malamar theme. On the sites, there is a header reading, "Soon to be friends," with screenshots of the home pages for Bulbapedia, Cerebi.net, and Pokémon Showdown. Bulbapedia's screenshot had a frame on it for both sites. Porygon Z Arc puts 2 and 2 together and figures out that Malamar's friends are going after Bulbapedia. I did go onto Malamar.com solely to retrieve the second screenshot, which was put on the Malamar sites after Bulbapedia was hacked. The image was a darkened screenshot of Bulbapedia's page on Malamar with the Pokémon of the same name peeking out from the background, seemingly behind the page. One of Malamar's tentacles, which was likely liquefied in an image editor, clings to the page. Text reading, "Bulbapedia is my friend now, isn't that nice?" can be seen in the image. Anyways, back to the video. After looking at the Malamar sites, Porygon Z Arc goes to Bulbapedia, which has been affected by the hack. Porygon Z Arc investigates Bulbapedia's main page and it has changed drastically. A majority of the page just says, "Be Malamar's friend," repeated, but the "Welcome to Bulbapedia" section just says, "Bulbapedia has become Malamar's friend and wants you to be Malamar's friend too." And Bulbasaur has been replaced with an image of Malamar seemingly beckoning the user to come to it. Porygon Z Arc goes to the search bar to search up multiple Pokémon, but all of the results redirect to Malamar's page, which was an altered one compared to the main page. Porygon Z Arc clicks on Inkay and that page is also unaltered. Inkay and Malamar's pages were not messed up, but that doesn't really surprise me. The My Friend Malamar campaign is themed after its namesake and the hack is themed after the campaign, so it figures that Inkay and Malamar's pages weren't messed up. Overall, Bulbapedia was completely taken over and was now Malamar themed instead of Bulbasaur themed. Porygon Z Arc goes back to the main page, just scrolling up and down said main page before closing the window, which is where the video ends. Video 2, Cerebi.net. Porygon Z Arc's second video was on Cerebi.net, and it was a bit different because Porygon Z Arc was using Windows 10's sticky notes to talk about what is happening. Porygon Z Arc types the first note saying, "Hi guys, Porygon Z Arc here. After investigating Bulbapedia, I decided to look into Cerebi.net. Porygon Z Arc searches up Cerebi on their browser and Cerebi.net is the first result they see. Porygon Z Arc enters Cerebi.net, and while it has been changed drastically, Bulbapedia was comparably worse. Cerebi.net's color scheme was changed to be black and yellow and the home page was replaced with a message. Porygon creates another sticky note and types, Cerebi.net isn't as bad as Bulbapedia, but normally there are updates on anything Pokemon related, but there's nothing here but a message. Porygon scrolls down a little and a message saying, Malamar has befriended Cerebi.net, can be seen. I took the liberty of retrieving the screenshot from after Cerebi.net was hacked from Malamar.com, and this one was more disturbing. The screenshot was Cerebi.net's homepage with Malamar over it. Malamar's face was covered by a black square with a sad emoticon, and Celebi is below two of Malamar's tentacles, edited to resemble a heart formed by two hands. Text saying, Celebi invited me to Cerebi.net, they were so nice, can be seen at the top of the image. Next text reading, but I feel lonely without you Porygon will you be friends with me, can be seen at the bottom of the image. Porygon goes to Malamar.com to look at the soon-to-be friends section, sees the exact screenshot I retrieved from the site, and immediately leaves the site. They create another sticky note reading, do they know I've been documenting the incidents, and immediately leave the site. Porygon was just mindlessly moving the cursor around, seemingly debating if they should end the video there. Porygon then continues the video after a short wait. They make another sticky note saying, for documentation's sake, I will continue my investigations, and continue the video by looking at the databases menu on the side of Cerebi.net, but every link redirects back to the homepage, effectively making Cerebi.net unusable. Porygon clicks on multiple links and tries the search bar, but nothing works. Porygon clears off any sticky notes cluttering their screen to make another sticky note saying, Cerebi.net is completely unusable, so don't bother going on it right now, and ends the video from there. Boy, those sentences are still a bitch to deal with. Video 3, Pokémon Showdown. Porygon third video was on Pokémon Showdown. Unlike the Cerebi.net video, Porygon does not use sticky notes to communicate, instead just browsing. The Pokémon Showdown homepage looks normal, but when Porygon clicks the Play Online button, it looked like how the site themed itself for the My Friend Malamar campaign, but more fucked up. The Pokémon Showdown logo has been replaced with text saying, Don't fight, styled like the Pokémon Showdown logo. The pixel art of Meloetta in Aria form remains intact, but the Pirouette form pixel art has been replaced with that of Aria form Meloetta. I retrieved the third and last screenshot from Malamar.com, and it was disturbing to say the least. The image was of Pokémon Showdown's homepage with an image of a real squid on it, but it had goat eyes and a needle beak edited onto it to resemble a fucked up realistic Malamar. The right side of the homepage was blocked out a large black box with text on it reading, There's no need to fight, Meloetta wants us all to be friends, which is all in lowercase letters like the other images. Going back to the video, the chat rooms are gone, and both the users online and active battles counters have been altered. The users online counter said, friends online, and the active battles counter said, 0 active battles. Porygon sets the format to random battle, but when the matchmaking system finds an opponent, it's just an account named Malamar and Calamanero. Porygon team was randomized with different Pokemon, but their opponent's team was all Malamar. Porygon could not only see their team's base stats before abilities and stat modifiers, but Malamar and Calamanero's team was fully visible, even though the battle had just started. The first Malamar had impossibly high stats and moves it couldn't learn, but Malamar and Calamanero forfeits the battle. Porygon puts together a team of bug-type Pokemon and gets matched up with the same opponent again. Malamar and Calamanero's team was all Malamar again, and the first Malamar sent out had impossibly high stats as well. Because the Malamar's stats were so high, it was so strong and so fast that Porygon team never got the chance to make their move. As each of Porygon Pokemon were defeated, it just said, Pokemon name was befriended. For example, Malamar and Calamanero's Malamar knocked out Porygon Scizor, so it said, Scizor was befriended. This happened until Porygon team couldn't battle. After the battle, Porygon is redirected to a black page with text saying, Why do you fight Porygon Wouldn't you rather be friends than fight? Porygon name was only on the page because that was their account name, but they closed out of the page anyways and ended the video. This is the boldest Malamar's friends have been in their hacking spree, but the screenshots are concerning, especially the Cerebi one. It's almost like they want Porygon Zdark to be friends with them, but given how weird their hacking sprees have been, it could mean anything. After watching the videos, I felt like I had just watched the world's weirdest way to ask if someone can be your friend. Disturbing screenshots aside, these hacks just seemed like an unhinged attempt at the hackers trying to befriend Porygon Zdark. But things aren't always as they seem, so I decided to search for anything regarding the hacks. These are Pokemon fan sites being investigated though, so I wouldn't expect some news report on it. I found 2 Reddit posts on the r/Pokemon subreddit, one talking about the hacks and the other being a GIF. I took a look at the post talking about the hacks first, and the incidents were said to have been staged by Malamar's friends because they wanted friends. If you ask me, those hacks weren't because of a lack of social skills, but rather something else. These hackers are so committed to their My Friend Malamar theme, it makes me wonder if these people are acting like they are friends of a fictional squid creature that doesn't exist or if they genuinely believe they are friends of Malamar. The post with the GIF was almost melancholic, but it also had a video that was just a black background with audio playing. Since the video was just blank, I only felt the need to upload the audio. The audio was just a voice saying,
"I, Malamar, have tried being friends with you all, but none of you want my company. It is clear that I am too good for this world. That's fine, be alone forever, since that's clearly what you want."
This is just weird for a hacker group that is so hell-bent on making people friends with Malamar. They make unhinged invitations for friendship with Porygon Zdark, then they completely turn around and decide to give up their little invitations for friendship. I will not be showing the GIF since it was flashing speaking of Porygon, but I will show a still frame I took from it. The GIF itself was a heavily edited image of a sunset, with the logos for Bulbapedia and Pokémon Showdown and an image of Celebi to represent Cerebi.net. Celebi's eyes are covered by a black square saying, "Traitor." Malamar's tentacles surrounded the images, and there is text saying, "I tried to make friends and all 3 of you betrayed me. My company isn't wanted, so I must depart." After that dramatic announcement, Malamar's friends went radio silent and ended their hacking spree. When I went to look for Porygon Zdark's channel, it was deleted, but why? I am not sure. The Malamar.com site and its Japanese counterpart were also taken down by the domain providers. Essentially, the Malamar's friends hacker group disappeared off the internet as quickly as they appeared. I haven't heard talk of Malamar's friends anywhere else but from Porygon Zdark and the r/Pokemon subreddit. Other than being mentioned here and there, Malamar's friends have basically been forgotten. Nowadays they are just considered one of the internet's many urban legends and hoaxes, if they are even mentioned at all. They also serve as an example of fan activity taken too far and what can happen if people don't separate fiction from reality.